Hi guys, it's Ethnic Green Living here, and I'm super excited to be back with another video. I just did a video yesterday and it was talking about how I make it work with a large family living in a smaller space. And so today I wanted to follow it up just with a little more information, a little more details, and this will be more like a family of 7 in a 3-bedroom townhouse slash small space tips and tricks. And so some of you guys are wanting this because you yourselves are wanting to move to a smaller space, or maybe you just want to see how I do things, or maybe you're interested in having a large family. Whatever the reason you're here for, thank you for joining me. I really appreciate all the love and support. Thank you for subscribing and liking. Grab your tea and let's chit chat. Okay, so in the tour that I did, one of the things that you quickly, because the videos went very quickly, I know, notice is that I have a white dresser drawer, and it's nothing special. In fact, it needs to be repainted and get some knobs replaced, but it's 3 drawers. And since we no longer have a mud room, or since we don't have a mud room and we no longer have the station that we used to have, what I've done was just kind of designate each of those 3 drawers, if you will, kind of divvied it up in half. And so each kid knows that their shoes and their jacket goes into the drawers. And so automatically that is a way that we don't have to worry about jackets and hats and shoes and things like that, because right now we're using that storage space for something else. But before, I was using it for all of my shipping and packaging supplies for my Ethnic Green Living business. Okay, you'll also notice that we added an extra island and cabinets in our kitchen. So extra counter space and extra storage space is always a plus. And since we had the island over there anyways, we pretty much already sat here, and we pretty much only went into the formal dining room occasionally. So when we added the other island over here, it just allowed us all to be in the kitchen at the very same time. And honestly, we rarely use the formal dining room anymore. So with that being said, by making that one change, you may be able to then use your formal dining room now as a kids play area, as an office space, as a family space, or something along those lines. I want to say, get creative. Don't feel like you have to use areas for their intended use, like I just said. Use it for something else. And that's exactly what we did. We got creative with our space. We realized that it would be better for us to be inconvenienced slightly and move our bedroom to the basement to allow for the 4 boys to have more space than it would be for us to keep it traditional and use the room for its intended purpose and they all be in one room. And there's nothing wrong with that, don't misunderstand me. But since we had the option and the space that really was being underutilized, this seemed like a great option for us. So like in the past video, if you saw that footage, we went ahead and we took the master bedroom down the stairs, and we made that into our little sanctuary. And it really was a little sanctuary. We had curtains up by the sliding glass doors. We painted the walls, added a rug. We had a very, very, very beautiful picture from Kirkland's over the fireplace. And it just made a really, really great space. Also, when talking about switching it up as well, the sunroom, we decided to use that as our homeschool area. Don't feel that you need to just keep homes the way they typically are designed, especially if it's not working for you. You are the creator and the master of your own home. So use that art brush, that canvas, that creativity, which is your brain, and just your imagination, and let it go free and let it go wild, and go ahead and just design whatever works for you and whatever works for your family. So whatever's not working, don't do it. Whatever is working, do more of. So what we did was we decided to put 2 boys into the master bedroom, and then we put the 2 smaller boys into the next largest room, and then the baby got the smallest room. So in the master bedroom, there's a bathroom there, so the boys had their own bathroom, and then each of them got a master closet. Now I will say, keeping along the lines of not doing things the way they typically and traditionally are done, all 4 boys could really fit into that master bedroom that has the closet right along the outside of it, and that has the 2 bedroom closets, that has a linen closet right outside the bedroom and has the 2 full closets in the bedroom, right? And the bathroom. So all 4 boys could be in that room, and then we could have taken the next smaller room, and then Kalani could have gotten a smaller room. That's if we didn't want to use the basement for something else. That could be an option. 4 boys in the bigger room, my husband and I in the smaller room, and then the baby, our only girl, in the smallest room. So that's an option. And speaking of that as well, I also want to point out something. My husband was against it, but everyone is different, and so I'm just throwing out ideas and tips and I'm just throwing out here ideas, tips, and trips. Her time's a charm. I'm throwing out ideas, tips, and tricks that just may help, okay? And so the last idea that I have not implemented, but I think it could work and it would work great, is to put a child in the closet, especially if you know, that's the youngest one, for example. So you have your 2 sets of bunk beds. If you have 5 kids in a room, for example, you have 2 sets of bunk beds, and then have one sticking out of the closet. Now, in that situation, you'd have to decide, well, where will we put all the clothes? So you'd have to find another clothing storage solution. But I have looked on Pinterest just exploring the idea, and I have found some amazing closets like that. So don't despise small beginnings. Don't knock it. You know, don't criticize it until you see it, because it looks nothing like what you're expecting in it. They are absolutely fabulous. There's some that anyway, I won't go further into that, but that's what we did for our room. Now for the master bedroom that we took downstairs, we went to Walmart and we bought a closet system there for our clothes, and it is huge, you know, and really I think we have more space down there in that space than we even had in our double master bedroom closet. So again, it wasn't that we were, you know, downgrading. We left our bedroom to go to the basement to have almost double the space and almost maybe half, you know, what we had plus another half closet space. So it was a really good deal. Now, something I have done, and I always do to maximize space, is I use cubes and tall shelves. So this type of storage definitely maximizes space. So I typically don't lay things this way. I typically stack things this way, and it just gives you a little bit more space to work with, and it makes it seem like you have more room. Also, on making it look like you have more room, I definitely recommend having lighter colors. Darker colors, I think, makes this space seem a little bit smaller than it really is. And I feel like brighter colors tend to make the space appear bigger, as well as decluttered spaces, as well as clean and organized spaces. So those are just little tips as well, just to keep it looking bigger than it really is. Not that we're trying to like fake the funk or anything like that, but you know, maybe you don't know that by just clearing off the counter space, it just makes everything look a lot cleaner. So I think probably the number one thing that's really helped our family live in a small space is the beds, is the kids' beds. So in the video, you'll see that the big boys have those huge white IKEA bed sets, and they are expensive. I won't lie, they're probably about $500 a piece, and I know that's a lot for a lot of people. However, sometimes look on the marketplace or Craigslist or just these different sale swap groups, and I'm telling you, you'd be surprised what you can find on there. But the reason that we have ours is because it has a desk, so they're able to sit and do their work if they need it or wanted to. It has 3 or 4 shelves on the right side, so they're able to go ahead and store hats, shoes, trophies, projects, and things like that. But then right by the steps across from it, or right beside it, there's another section, and that section allows a tension rod that either you can hang things on, so now you don't even need to use the closet, and now you can use the closet for, you know, putting the bed in there if you wanted to, or just making it like a little kids corner, reading nook, or anything along those lines. And if you didn't want to do that, what we did, because we did have the closet space, is, you know, those drawer systems that you just pull out 1, 2, 3, 4, sometimes they have 5, sometimes 3, just depending on the size and the price you pay at Walmart, Target, Big Lots, even I think not Dollar Tree, but Family Dollar even has those different organization bins like that. And what we did was we did 3 drawers, one with socks and underwear, and then one with shirts, and then one with pants. And it fit perfectly right on there. And I mean, there was still room left. And then they slept on top. So sleep on top, build your Legos, do your schoolwork, listen to music, etc. Chill, hang on that bottom level. You're displaying all of your projects, crafts, experiments, all your fun goodies. And then there's another little space that's at the bottom, from the desk area, that you're allowed to store some more things. So that was really a great investment. So invest in pieces that really, really, really maximize the fullest, you know, space to the fullest. And then in the little kids room, in the video yesterday, or in the picture, you'll notice that you only see one bed there. Now, we did that because we are selling our house and we wanted to make the room look as big as possible, just to be real and upfront with you. However, prior to that, we had one here and we had one here. And so the way it would work would be the kids slept on top, Eli and Aaron, they slept on top, and then underneath they built forts and played with their Legos and built all kind of things and all types of tools and storage and hideout, and we're the soldier. I mean, they have just had the best times of their lives in there. The rocking boards have been in there, trampolines have been in there, all their little military helicopters. Their dad was a paratrooper. He jumped out of airplanes, and so they love pretending that with their soldiers. And so they just really have a ball in their rooms, under their beds, and they have the space for it, because where typically a bed would be, they have their bed up top. So now they have that full space to explore and let their creativity unfold. And of course, there's not much to say about Kalani's room, because she doesn't share it with anybody. Because we've been on a minimalist journey, we don't have a lot of sheets and comforters and pillow cases and towels and washcloths. To each his own, but I feel like 2 washcloths and 2 towels per person is more than enough. We wash clothes every single week. I typically wash a load of laundry every single day. So for me, there's no need to have 5 and 6 per person. And even as far as the sheets and things go, we typically have one on a bed, take it off, put a new one on there, we're washing that one, and we're just so anything over 2 is just absolutely too much. And by having less things, that's less things you have to store. It's less time that you have to spend cleaning and organizing and stuff. So these are just some of my tips, and I'm just looking down to make sure I didn't forget anything. I've never tried the Murphy bed, but Murphy bed is another idea. And last but not least, I just wanted to say that they do have those really long bins that you can get from Walmart for $10, and you can put shoes and you can organize and put different things there, and then just slide it under the bed. So guys, I hope this video has been helpful. If you're a large family living in a small space, if you're thinking about downsizing, moving to a smaller space, if you're just wanting some extra tips and tricks, if you just wanted to kind of talk to your friend and sister and just get some ideas to make things work a little better or go smoother in your home, I hope that I've provided and given you that. I ask that if you like this video, that you give me a thumbs up and that you would consider subscribing so that you can join my Ethnic Green Living family. Please be kind in the comments. Remember, you can do a lot with a little, and until next time, blessings to you.